Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Richard Dubya here. What's going on? So yes, we have some more pickups for the month of June. Now this is not including the Video Games Monthly unboxing. I still have yet to record game footage for it, which I'm sorry I haven't gotten to it. I've been a little busy with The Last of Us Part 2, which, spoilers for anybody, I did complete, and I am quite disappointed with. But, this last Saturday was my wife's birthday, June 27th, and we went to a thrift store where I got her some stuff, you know, some jewelry and little things here and there, and I got some things for myself, some really interesting pickups. And then earlier in the month, my wife picked me up some new things that I like to share with you, but we'll get to that after this. So first things first is the thrift store stuff. So one of the things that first caught my eye was this little digital camera. Now, just looking at the screen itself, you know, it shows like these little lights around it. I'm like, oh, this has night vision. And sure as shit, like, you can go into like a dark closet or something with this. I know you guys are thinking dirty. Get that fucking thought out of your head. But yeah, I mean, it actually does pretty well in the dark. And it switches by itself, which is an interesting thing. I'm not sure how good of the quality this is going to be. Like, I doubt this is even going to do 720p. But for like $3, I figure it's a nice little toy to play with and just see, you know, how it works and whatnot. Moving on. So next, now I like PC games as much as I like console games, even though I don't really play PC games as much anymore, just because console games take up most of my time. But we have a couple of titles here. Like we have from Virgin, Hyper 3D Pinball, in which the qualities of these games are like phenomenal. And then from Sierra we have 3D Ultra Pinball, Creep Night, which I'm sure this is probably an add-on for Ultra Pinball. And then we have Pro Pinball from Interplay, which for like $1 something a piece, you know, not that bad. And like I said, all these discs are like phenomenal, like almost untouched. So that was a very good find for me, because I love pinball. I love pinball. Not as much as the arcades, but I do love pinball. Another thing I got, which I thought was pretty cool, was this Redstone Block. And naturally I put batteries in it. And it lights up, and then you hit it, and it gets 3 levels brighter. So 1, 2, and 3. We'll probably do some beat footage to show what that looks like later on, but not a bad find. Like, I like that. Also, one of the things that my wife brought to my attention was this book here called Now Showing Unforgettable Moments from Movies. Now, personally, me, I love movies as much as I love video games. So, and you can tell by the racks and racks of DVDs I have across our living room here. I have at least 1,000 DVDs. That's not even counting the Blu-rays that I have. So we picked this up, and not to mention also it has a DVD that stars Dustin Hoffman. You might know him as Mumbles or Rain Man. But yeah, that's Dustin Hoffman right there. The book isn't by Dustin Hoffman, but like It's a pretty cool little book, you know, and didn't really cost me that much, and it's in good condition. I could not help myself but to pick that up. And now for the star pickups of this entire trip to the thrift store, if you will. And another thing that my wife did point out to me, that she's like, "Ooh, they have video games here," and that was kind of underselling it, really. Now, granted that these are sports titles, but how often, when you go into a thrift store, do you find complete in box items? Like, are you kidding me? Now, those of you that follow the channel and know me very well, is that you know that I don't really care for sports games too much, but I'll play them every now and then. I'll give it a chance. Baseball would probably be, well, baseball and hockey would probably be like the closest things I have to like sports titles, and NBA Jam. NBA Jam is bomb. And then, like, this is a very, very cool thing to see. Like, and I kept the original stickers. Like, I paid $10.38 a piece for each one of these, which only this one is a little bit more, worth a little bit more than what I paid for it. These two are roughly worth $8 a piece, which, whatever. But it's got like these little cards here that you would normally get. The Super Nintendo consumer information, the manual, and in some of these, they have posters and freaking codes. But yeah, I mean, just looking at the condition of these, like, the manuals are really good. The games themselves actually have their protective sleeves, which I thought was an amazing thing to have, especially with the Super Nintendo game. The labels are immaculate. I mean, look at this poster that I got right here. This is Zelda: A Link to the Past. This is one of my favorite, all-time favorite Super Nintendo games ever. And you know, on the back, it's got an even cooler side to it. You know, it shows like Mario Paint and stuff, and all the different varieties of games that you can get. But like, that's super cool. Like, this is like the coolest part of like all this, even though yes, it's all complete inbox stuff. Like, it's stuff that I don't typically come across, and it just blew me away that somebody would actually donate all these complete inbox games. Just out of the kindness of the heart, or maybe they were making room, or maybe they had a duplicate. I don't know. I mean, they probably could have easily sold it, but what are you gonna do? I mean, and if you look at this one too, like even this one is complete. Like, it's got this thingy that tells you about Nintendo Power, the consumer's information, the little card here to register now. And this one comes with like a different plays, you know, that you can do in John Madden 93 here. Like, that's freaking cool. I mean, all complete cardboard, stuff sleeve, whatever, you know. Freaking phenomenal. And again, you know, props to my wife for pointing these out to me. Because without my wife, I probably, there's a slight chance I probably would have still found them. But Yeah, I mean, and this is what I was talking about here. Um, that it has like little codes here or something. I'm guessing these are passwords to different stages or whatever that they were keeping track of. But yeah, I mean, without my wife pointing these out, without my wife taking me to this nice thrift store, I probably would have never seen these. I do have one thing though that I kind of wish that I had gotten there at least a couple days earlier, because unfortunately, and unbeknownst to me and my wife, that they had Donkey Kong Country for the Super Nintendo complete inbox. And I would imagine somebody saw that day and picked it up and probably sold it, more than likely. But yeah, it was a shame to hear that they had that and I missed out on it. And now we bring on to the Walmart pickups. Now, my wife, always has her ear to the ground and always is looking out for me. And she is a fantastic woman. Now, we start off with the first thing that she bought me, which is Real Ghostbusters Slimer and Tape Up Marshmallow Man. Now, these are re-releases, obviously. I mean, obviously these are not the originals, but from what I see of it and whatnot, like, it definitely resembles the originals super close. Like I know I had this Slimer when I was growing up, and I lost it a long time ago at Disney World. I was by the fountain or whatever, and I was playing with it, having him eat the watermelon, and I guess I must have forgotten it, which is kind of sad, but what are you gonna do? And then next, my wife, bless her heart, she finds the first one of the guys, and it was the only one that was left on the shelf. Like, all the rest of them had been picked over, except for this last one hanging on the shelf, in which we have Egon Spengler, one of my top picks for Ghostbusters. Like, he is my all-time favorite, next to Peter Venkman. She brought this home and I was almost into tears. Like it was that awesome to see that. And I bet you, like, some of these toys will probably, like the little action parts, like the proton pack and whatnot, I bet you that would fit my older Egon, because I still have them. I should really bring them out for comparison, but I'm not going to do that. Not today. And then today, when I had to go get a different battery for my car, and my car battery was, it was toast. I basically couldn't use it anymore. We picked up the last of the 3 Ghostbusters, which we got Ray, we have Peter, and last but not least, we can't forget one of the most important Ghostbusters, Well, they're all important. Winston. The man that's left out of so many video games for Ghostbusters, it's not funny. Like, I don't understand that. Like, why wouldn't you include Winston in all your video games of Ghostbusters? Yeah, sure, he came later on. He was not the founding member of the Ghostbusters, but come on. But yeah, pretty stinking cool. I am so happy to have a nice, complete set. Again, big shout out to my wife. Thank you very much for all these. I really do appreciate it. If you like this video, please drop it a like. Comment down below. Hey, who's your favorite Ghostbuster? If you don't like Ghostbusters, what's your favorite anime? And please subscribe if you so wish. If you're not already, click that little bell notification to make sure that you get notified when I drop new content. For now, this is Richard Dubya saying, have a good morning, have a good afternoon, have a good... I'll catch you guys later.